there he is. Stone, good to see you.
What? Has he been kidnapped? Is he in captivity?
Listen. No. I don't like what's happening.
Okay, tell me.
Why are you not here? No.
What is happening?
Why are you not here?
I don't like what's happening. Listen. I went for an event yesterday. I'm tired. I decided to sleep in. What's the big deal?
Okay.
I decided to sleep in.
Okay.
And let me say one more thing. I don't still know the color of the Ivory Coast jersey. I don't know what the color is.
Why?
I don't know if it's orange, if it's yellow, if it's light yellow, if it's light blue, if it's light orange. I don't know what it is.
You are very sure about that?
And the Côte d'Ivoire jersey, and I still refuse to know the color till today.
Nat, have you noticed that even though the images from his feed are not sharp, you can tell his pupils are dilated. He didn't sleep at all. He's been crying all night. Stone, why?
Stone, let's have a look at this video first before we continue the conversation with you, Stone. Have a look at this video.
So who is winning?
See, what you are saying is an insult. Because first of all, the first I will ask you is that what's the color of Côte d'Ivoire jersey? You yourself, you don't know.
I say it's orange and green.
Orange and green. Is that a orange?
It's orange.
I've seen orange. That's not orange.
Hey,
their jersey does not have color. It does not have. That is not orange. I've seen orange. I know what orange. Where's orange? If I see orange, I know what orange is.
Which one are orange?
This looks more orange than
this
that.
Yellow.
This is that yellow. Which one? This one.
This one orange.
Which one is the orange?
This one the background now.
This is red now.
It's not red though.
This is orange.
This is orange.
Okay, this orange now Côte d'Ivoire jersey. Is it the same thing?
The answer is a shade.
So their own is light orange.
It's hotter.
So it's light orange, meaning that we will light them up. Yes, it's light orange. So we'll put fire on it and burn it. It's light orange.
Niger.
Destroy them. See, we beat them already. We'll still beat them again.
Niger, Sunday evening. In fact, Monday, I'll play this video on air.
Me and Côte d'Ivoire is an insult to me. Don't ask that rubbish question again. I will absolutely humble Côte d'Ivoire. I will destroy them. End of story. Their magic has ended. That man they use with Senegal. But I want to thank them. I want to thank Côte d'Ivoire for removing Senegal, Thank you for removing Senegal and Mali. You understand? Making it sweet for us. But now it's our time. We're winning the match. Osimhen 2 goals.
So a celebration, not knowing the color of the jersey and saying it's even an insult to put Côte d'Ivoire with the Super Eagles on the same pitch.
It is an insult. It is an insult.
That's why he's been crying the way he's been crying.
Yeah. But Stone, you look like something else was happening to your eyes the whole of last night.
He cried. Premium tears.
Let me tell you something. I've been enjoying Ghana. This is the best travel I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay.
Ghana has been the best place to be. And if there's anything happening to me, is the fact that I ate Ghanaian jollof yesterday, and it was absolutely amazing. So that's just it. Aside that, nothing is happening to me. I watched the match yesterday, and all I can say, that referee should be arrested for fraud. That's number one. You need to check his account, and his offshore accounts, and know what's going on there. Number two, my coach should be put in a guard room, because I don't understand the whole thing with Olaina and Adingra. You saw what Adingra was doing the first half, using Olaina and putting him on roller skates. Olaina was absolutely not in the match. Adingra was using Olaina as a shade, as a guard, to guard him from the lights of the stadium and dribbling him. Olaina was nowhere to be found. Someone that stopped Delsin Dala now faced Adingra and looked like a nobody against Adingra. And as a coach, the first thing you do, by 45 minutes, you remove Olaina and you bring in Osai Bright. But what did our coach do? He left Olaina there. Where did the two crosses come from? Adingra. And what happened? Kessie scored, Hala scored. And I have to say this, as a human being, it is a beautiful story. Sebastian Hala went through the whole thing with testicular cancer, was out for a long time, and then came back, winning the AFCON, scoring the winning goal. That is a beautiful story. But I am pissed off that my coach did not anticipate this, did not remove Olaina, did not bring in the necessary player to stop Adingra. If he had done that, Nigeria would have won the game 1-0. We could have.
Okay.
That did not happen.
So what happens now? Because your coach is just about getting into the final, moments of his contract. Okay. You wouldn't want him to stay. Clearly, would you want him to stay?
Nigerians are not going to like me for this. I don't think that in big moments he can make the right in-game decisions.
Okay. So based on that,
this was a fluke.
Okay. So
Yeah,
based on
I
that,
think it was a fluke. Yeah, based on that, I want him out. We are third in the World Cup qualifiers group, right? We drew to Lesotho. I mean, this AFCON is like it's like a glimmer of hope, like a rainbow, like it's out of the normal situation. Nigerians need to come to the normal situation. Is the fact that we are about not to qualify for the World Cup. That's the truth. So if we come out from this AFCON, the takeaway I'm thinking about is, can this coach do something if we have an important match? Can he make the right substitutions? Can he make the hard decisions to ensure that Nigeria moves forward? And the answer to me is a big no. And I think he needs to go. I think someone else needs to come back. And then you look at the fact that our attack, look at our attack. And I want to say this really quickly. The defense of Nigeria had carried Nigeria throughout the competition. And we were complaining before the AFCON started that the defense was poor and the attack was going to carry Nigeria, right? All of a sudden, the defense carried Nigeria all through the AFCON. Then what happens? The one time that Nigeria needed the attack to step up and push them to the next dimension, we were down 2-1 to Côte d'Ivoire. We needed the attack to step up. The attack was nowhere to be found. You know why? Because the coach had totally relied on the defense so much and the attack was not there. Look at Ademola Lookman yesterday. Our counter-attacks, Ademola Lookman could not run again. Look at what happened. Nigerians came out to blame Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi is the reason why. Is Alex Iwobi Ola Aina that allowed 2 crosses into the box? Is Alex Iwobi Zaidu Sanusi that couldn't cross the ball or pass the ball at the necessary time? Is Alex Iwobi Lookman that couldn't run for the counters again and started jogging and started walking on the pitch for counter-attacks? Is Alex Iwobi all these guys? He is not. So at the end of the day, you can blame Alex Iwobi all you want, and Iwobi had his own challenges. But Iwobi is not the main reason we lost yesterday. If the coach had made the right changes, we would have maybe drawn the match against Côte d'Ivoire, gone to penalties, Wabali will save 3, and then win the game. Simple as that.
Well, in Wabali is not Rowan Williams. Williams gave us, proof that he still has a lot of it in him, even though he was unable to come to the party on one of the most important days, which was to get them into the final. But he gave, that he really is the man and he really still has something in him. Now, so Stone has admitted that, look, the coaching decisions were not right on the day, and because of that, the coach has to go. All right. How do we go for... you need to unmute, yes.
Okay.
We can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, now...
Okay, I want to say something before Archie jumps in, because, Archie is to me, Archie is one of the best guys in Ghana. You see, when Archie starts, we are watching the show on TV usually. We usually sit down watching Archie like this. Let me tell you something. Because I'm leaving Ghana soon, I just want to say something about Archie, that I say something else about, and I've said this many times in the house. I don't know how Archie knows the information he knows. I'm just being realistic. The brother has an encyclopedia in his head. And I don't know how he does that, but he has so much information that when he's talking, I'm like, how does he know all these things? It's not cramming, because it's knowledge. The way he's explaining it, there's a difference between cramming and all those things. Yeah. The way he's explaining it is different. Archie, to me, is one of the best analysts I've met, and I've met all kinds of analysts in Africa and the world. Archie is at that top place where you're looking at. If you want somebody to bring in the in-depth, he's one of the best in Africa. He's one of the best in the world. That's the truth. His knowledge of football is bang on. And when you look at Nat, and look at the way Nat is able to coordinate this show, coordinate all the shows he does, and still do it like on a different level. I'm just saying, I'm appreciating Ghana, because in Ghana, I met some of the best analysts I've ever met. Fentor, Nat, Archie. Those are the 3 guys that really, and there's one other guy I met, I've forgotten his name, but Ghanaian guys, Ghanaian analysts, they are very thorough. They have the information. They will bring the comedy when it's necessary, but not too much of comedy. It's more of insight, it's more of in-depth analysis. And I'm telling you right now, I've met a lot of people, but if I want to talk about analysts anywhere in the world, I'm going to refer back to Ghanaian analysts, because I'm telling you right now, they know their stuff. It is the truth. If there's anybody that knows their stuff, is Ghanaian analysts. And I am really, really I've been honored to sit down beside some of the best analysts I've seen in the entire world, and they're from Ghana. And that's the reality of it. That's the truth. Sorry.
Thank you. Thanks for the compliments. But at least you know the color of the Ghana flag.
Yes. Just one advice.
I know the Ghana jersey.
Just one advice. Stop eating eba and amala. And become a Ghanaian. That's the secret.
Actually, they told me to stay in Ghana. They said I should stay in Ghana. They said don't go back to Lagos.
Don't go.
In Ghana.
Don't go. Stay here.
But we know what to do. You know, away from all the jollof and everything, we know what to do. But we'll discuss that off air. You know that, right? So, just before we wrap up with you, Stone, it's been wonderful having you here as well. You know, I've been looking at, because you see, there's a lot of talk about West Africa being the hub of excellence in football on the continent. And the evidence is immediate in what we saw yesterday at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium. Now, let's quickly look at the way forward for Nigeria now. The World Cup qualifiers are beckoning, like you said. But for you, what are few key steps that must be taken to ensure that this kind of momentum doesn't slow down in any way, or we don't see any form of retrogression?
Okay, so just before I answer that question, let me just say one more thing, please, Nat, because I want to say that Williams deserved the best goalkeeper of the tournament over Nwabali. I know many Nigerians are saying that Williams did not deserve it and Nwabali deserved it, but that's a lie. Williams had more clean sheets. Williams was least goals conceded per match, 0.4, although he had 2.9 saves per match, which was more than Nwabali's 2.7. And Williams was vital in 2 penalty shootouts, and Williams deserved the goalkeeper of the tournament over Nwabali. If he made more saves per match and yet considered the least goals per match. Nwabali was great for Nigeria, but realistically, Williams deserves this goalkeeper of the tournament. That's number one. Number two, back to the question that you asked. I'll look at this and I'm asking myself, can my coach qualify us out of this group to the World Cup? And one player Nigeria missed very well was Victor Boniface. Very important. Victor Boniface, alongside Victor Osimhen, I think Nigeria is going to play 4-4-2 with that system, or 4-3-3 with that system. Because you can't have Victor Boniface and start playing one in front. If he is that good and he can connect with Osimhen and all this kind of stuff. So going from this tournament, I think Nigeria will bring back Victor Boniface into the team and try to build on this defense that we have already. And one of the guys that Nigerians don't really talk about is Semi Ajayi, who was the guy that was beside on the right hand of Ekong, who did not make, I didn't see one mistake that guy made throughout the tournament. He was so excellent and so good and did so well in the tournament and covered up for the mistakes of many people. And what I want to say is this: Nigeria can build on this defense. Nigeria can build on this attack. Nigeria can bring Victor Boniface into the team. And I think if they integrate Victor Boniface back into the team and play with this identity of defense that we already have with Calvin Bassey, with Ekong, with Semi Ajayi, with all these guys, I think we can qualify from this World Cup group. But would I want this coach to lead me to the World Cup? I don't think so.
Okay.
Not because of his defensive mentality, but just because that he doesn't make the right in-game changes like the Côte d'Ivoire coach, who is so intelligent and brilliant and knows exactly what to do at the right time.
All right.